Welcome, Natronation. Natronation? I'm still working on this. So, the Patreon controversy. Why didn't anybody tell me about this? Yesterday, I launched a new community, a new kind of thing that I'm trying to kick off for 2019, which is simply kind of membership tiers to a community. You can just watch the video from yesterday, but basically it's like $5 a month. You can get all my drafts of new ideas. $29 a month, there's a special Slack with me and other people in it who will help you with your projects. For $149 a month, you can talk to me and we'll work on stuff together. It's gone really well. So here are some interesting questions. One, I'll cover the easy one first. Nate, why did you launch this during a holiday week? That seems like a silly time to launch it. It is a silly time to launch it, but I didn't want to make the launch of this thing a big deal right now. I just wanted to get it out there. Like, I didn't want to belabor this thing. I feel like if I had belabored it, I would have never gotten it out. I knew I was probably going to make some mistakes, even how it's kind of organized, and I'm still kind of like learning things here, and so I kind of wanted to just get it out there and not worry about it. And then maybe I'll make a bigger deal of launching it later. But people are joining. It's awesome. It's awesome to have people in the Slack. Here's another thing that I've encountered, which I didn't realize. A lot of people hate Patreon. I had no idea. I barely knew what Patreon was when I signed up for this. I just knew I heard of it, people used it. What is the easiest thing? And maybe people like to use Patreon, and I guess some people do like to use Patreon, but a lot of people don't. I haven't had time to do some thorough research, so I can't give you the full download of what the heck is going on with Patreon, but I can explain it a little bit. Joe Rogan's podcast, he's got an episode online where he talks about Patreon and what kind of happened. So Patreon is doing this more and more. They're banning people. So this one guy, I forgot his name, I don't know if he's a comedian or what. He's got a big following. He's on someone else's podcast or vlog or something. Someone else is interviewing him. And he says some bad stuff, some offensive stuff. Well, Patreon, I believe it's now in their terms of service. Maybe it wasn't then, but it is now. Even your actions in some other community outside of Patreon can get you kicked out of Patreon. I haven't researched this enough, but apparently this is happening more and more. People are getting kicked off of Patreon, and there are some reasons. There's a lot of people who don't think those people should get kicked off of Patreon. There seems to be maybe a political bias here, a problem with like not embracing free speech enough. All of these are valid concerns. Very valid concerns. Since some people mentioned they would love to support me and join what we're doing here, if I had another means of getting into this that isn't Patreon, I've got something. So I'll drop a link below. Link to my blog, which has a bunch of PayPal links. The PayPal links just guide you to the same kind of thing you would get with Patreon, $5 a month, $29 a month, or $149 a month. Sorry I didn't maybe look into this more before, and I'm sorry I'm just so unaware of the situation, but I'm trying to kind of dig into it a little bit more now. Come on in and join the thing. I don't know what we're calling this. If we're a bunch of natrons. David Sargent sort of started calling us natrons. A couple other people in the comments have been using words like natrons or natreons when it was just Patreon, but we're trying to maybe just get away from Patreon. So maybe just like natrons, like natrons. I don't know what we're calling ourselves, but hopefully you join and we see you in 2019 as part of this. Regardless, I will see you tomorrow on the vlog. Bye, everybody.